Imagine your mind as a vast library at closing time. Books have been left lying around on tables. Some are left open on random pages. Others are stacked in wobbly towers. And each book represents a thought, a worry, or a task to be completed. There are sticky notes marking important pages, and maybe a few books have even fallen under the table. Is that a good approximation of how your brain sometimes feels? Well, tonight, we're going to be gentle librarians, carefully closing each book, returning them to their proper place, and turning down the lights. Together, we'll restore order to this space and create room for the silence that brings peaceful sleep. I'm Suzanne, and I'm so glad that you're here for another journey into Snoozeville. Before we get started, please ensure that you are somewhere in which it is safe to fall asleep. Our mission here is straightforward: to guide you towards peaceful, restful sleep. We do that with relaxation methods and a little hypnotherapy crafted to address different sleep challenges. I invite you to become part of our little family of dreamers by following this podcast. Every new follower helps us continue creating these peaceful nighttime journeys. Your support means the world to me. Let's talk about why your mind feels so cluttered. For one thing, our lives are busier and fuller than ever. It's no wonder that when we finally lay our heads down at night, our minds continue to buzz. Our brains weren't designed to switch instantly from high activity to deep rest. You wouldn't expect a car to go from highway speeds to a complete stop without gradually braking. We can't expect our minds to transition immediately from our busy days to peaceful sleep. So when bedtime finally comes, it's perfectly normal if your mind is still wide awake and already worried about tomorrow. You're not alone. It's simply the reality of our busy modern lives. The good news is that there are gentle ways to help your mind transition from your busy day to restful sleep. This is my favorite practice for organizing my thoughts and calming my mind. It's called a brain dump. I know it's not the most elegant name, but it is probably the most powerful tool in your evening routine. Keep a notebook by your bed and spend 5 to 10 minutes writing down everything on your mind. Tasks for tomorrow, unresolved concerns, creative ideas, or lingering worries. The act of transforming thoughts from your mind to paper helps your brain understand that it's okay to release these concerns until morning. There's also a technique called the worry window. It involves setting aside a specific 15-minute period earlier in the evening, ideally at least 2 hours before bed, dedicated to processing your worries. Acknowledge your concerns, make action plans where possible, and then mentally mark this worry time as complete for the day. And lastly, there's the gratitude practice. Before bed, identify 3 positive moments from your day, or 3 things you're looking forward to tomorrow. This simple practice triggers the release of serotonin and dopamine, neurotransmitters that promote feelings of well-being and relaxation. And if you think it's too simple of a solution, just try it. Good old serotonin and dopamine are excellent friends of sleep. If you're absolutely wide awake right now, then maybe go ahead and pause this podcast and try one of these techniques. If you think there's something that you'll try in the future, but tonight you just need some shut-eye, then let's move forward and prepare your body and mind for rest. Let's start by focusing on your breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, drawing air slowly into the bottom of your lungs. Feel your abdomen rise first and then your chest. Hold that breath for just a moment, 2, 3 seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, letting everything go. Breathe in, calm and peace. Breathe out, tension and worry. Begin to scan your body, starting with the top of your head. Feel the muscles of your scalp soften. Release any tightness around your forehead. Let your eyebrows smooth out. The muscles around your eyes relax completely. Each tiny muscle around your eyes, upper and lower lids, becomes soft and heavy. Move to your jaw. Unclench your teeth. The muscles of your cheeks and throat release their grip. Your entire face becomes smooth and peaceful. Down to your neck. Feel each vertebrae letting go, becoming heavy and relaxed. Shoulders drop away from your ears. Continue to breathe. Focus on your arms. Feel the weight of each arm sinking into the bed. Each finger relaxes, thumb, index, middle, ring, and little finger. The muscles of your forearms soften. Your elbows release any tension. Wrists become loose and comfortable. Your chest rises and falls with each gentle breath. The muscles between your ribs become soft. Your lower back sinks into the bed, completely supported. Down to your hips. Feel them becoming heavy. Each hip joint releases its hold. Your legs become soft and heavy. Thighs relax completely. Behind your knees, that sensitive area softens. Calves become loose, and your ankles release any tension. Focus on your feet. Each toe, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe becomes completely relaxed. The soles of your feet soften. The muscles of your feet let go. Continue to breathe. Deep and slow breaths. You are now completely relaxed. Every muscle has released its tension. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly release it. In your imagination, picture yourself standing in the entrance hall of a vast and beautiful library. The ceiling soars high above you with warm golden light filtering through the tall windows. Notice the polished wooden floors beneath your feet, comforting scent of books and old wood, the peaceful quiet that fills this space. This room, the main reading room, holds today's thoughts and experiences. Look around at the scattered books on oak tables, some left open, pages gently fluttering. Take your time here. With soft steps, move from table to table, quietly closing each book. And in your imagination, feel the satisfaction as you return each volume to its proper shelf. Notice how, with each book you put away, your mind feels a little lighter, a little clearer. And as the room grows tidier, you notice that the light has softened. The golden afternoon is deepening into a gentle dusk. Your body now feels heavier and even more relaxed. Look around the room and admire how organized and peaceful everything looks now. Everything is in its place. Your breathing has become slower and deeper. and through a carved archway, you see the reference room beckoning. As you walk towards it, you're aware that you're moving deeper into the library, deeper into relaxation. This room holds your current worries and tomorrow's tasks. The ceiling here is lower and more intimate. Leather armchairs rest in corners, and green glass reading lamps cast pools of soft light. Take your time here too. Gather the heavy volumes of worry, the thin folders of tasks. Sort them carefully into the brass and wood filing cabinets along the walls. With each item you put away, you feel yourself sinking deeper into peaceful relaxation. With a quiet click, the last filing cabinet closes. Every folder, every book is in its place, easy to access again, but out of view. Glance around the room and take pleasure in this place, in the order that you have brought to chaos. The light now has dimmed further, turning dusky blue. Your steps become slower, your movements more fluid. Your body feels so heavy now, so relaxed. Even your thoughts are moving slowly. The light has faded to a soft twilight, just enough to see by. As you finish in this room, you notice one last door. It opens silently at your touch. And as you step through, you realize that you're right here in your own bedroom. The library has led you home to your own peaceful space. Your body feels wonderfully heavy. Your limbs sink into your comfortable bed, supported perfectly. Your mind is calm, knowing that everything is organized. Everything is just as it should be. All those books, all those thoughts are safely stored away in the library of your mind, ready for tomorrow when you need them. The last light is fading now. Your breathing is deep and slow. Like the library at night, you can rest now. As you drift here in this peaceful space, let your body and mind grow heavier with each breath. Tomorrow will unfold exactly as it should. You've carried so much, worked so hard, and given so much of yourself to others. Your hard work matters. Be gentle with yourself. You're doing better than you know. The world is better because you're in it. Because you try. Because you care. Because you keep showing up with your whole heart. Rest now, knowing you are held in the infinite embrace of night. You shine with your own perfect light. Your presence here is no accident. You are meant to be exactly as you are. Sleep will come, as it always does. You are safe. You are whole. You are enough. I'll leave you here for a minute as the music plays, and then I'll return after a minute. And if you're still awake, keep you company with Chapter 18 of Treasure Island. Chapter 18. Narrative continued by the doctor. End of the first day's fighting. We made our best speed across the strip of wood that now divided us from the stockade, and at every step we took, the voices of the buccaneers rang nearer. Soon we could hear their footfalls as they ran, and the cracking of the branches as they breasted across a bit of thicket. I began to see we should have a brush for it in earnest, and looked to my priming. "Captain," said I, "Trelawney is the dead shot. Give him your gun. His own is useless." They exchanged guns, and Trelawney, silent and cool as he had been since the beginning of the bustle, hung a moment on his heel to see that all was fit for service. At the same time, observing Gray to be unarmed, I handed him my cutlass. It did all our hearts good to see him spit into his hand, knit his brows, and make the blade sing through the air. It was plain from every line on his body that our new hand was worth his salt. 40 paces farther, we came to the edge of the wood. and saw the stockade in front of us. We struck the enclosure about the middle of the south side, and almost at the same time, 7 mutineers, Job Anderson, the boatswain, at their head, appeared in full cry at the southwestern corner. They paused as if taken aback, and before they recovered, not only the squire and I, but Hunter and Joyce from the blockhouse had time to fire. The 4 shots came in rather a scattering volley, but they did the business. One of the enemy actually fell, and the rest, without hesitation, turned and plunged into the trees. After reloading, we walked down to the outside of the palisade to see to the fallen enemy. He was stone dead, shot through the heart. We began to rejoice over our good success, when just at that moment, a pistol cracked in the bush. A ball whistled close past my ear, and poor Tom Redruth stumbled and fell to his length on the ground. Both the squire and I returned the shot, but as we had nothing to aim at, it is probable we only wasted powder. Then we reloaded and turned our attention to poor Tom. The captain in gray were already examining him, and I saw with half an eye that all was over. I believe the readiness of our return volley had scattered the mutineers once more, for we were suffered without further molestation to get the poor old gamekeeper hoisted over the stockade and carried, groaning and bleeding, into the log house. Poor old fellow, he had not uttered one word of surprise, complaint, fear, or even acquiescence from the very beginning of our troubles till now. When we had laid him down in the log house to die, he had lain like a Trojan behind his mattress in the gallery. He had followed every order silently, doggedly, and well. He was the oldest of our party by a score of years. And now, sullen, old, serviceable servant, it was he that was to die. The squire dropped down beside him on his knees and kissed his hand, crying like a child. "Be I going, doctor?" he asked. "Tom, my man," said I, "you're going home." "I wish I had had a lick at them with the gun first," he replied. "Tom," said the squire, "say you forgive me, won't you?" "Would that be respectful like, from me to you, squire?" was the answer. "Howsoever, so be it, amen." After a little while of silence,